guys, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to be reading a new author to me, I should probably say.
It was late at night. You tossed and turned as thoughts began.
Alright guys, so as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be reading a couple Abby Jimenez books. So let me backtrack because I was not planning on filming at all. I was not planning on filming this. But I'm having so much fun on this reading that I'm like, I feel like this is something that I should document for YouTube. And because why not just share with you guys like what I'm reading and push out more content. So, okay, so a couple days ago, I saw this TikTok. I'm going to put it up. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's quite long video, but go check out her video. She's the whole reason why I started reading this book. And I was like, I've been seeing this book all over my Kindle Unlimited. And I'm like, I'm just going to download it. I'm just going to try it out. I'm in the process of reading 2 other books for a whole nother video that I'm filming. And I just finished reading Iris Kelly Doesn't Date and just came off of that like fantastic book that I'm like, I need something to jazz up my reading. I will say Iris Kelly definitely brought me out of my like reading slump and it made me really excited to read again. And I'm trying to just like mood read, feel around books that I'm reading. One of the books that I'm currently reading for a different video, love it, but I do need to take breaks from it because it can be pretty harsh. So anyways, I downloaded Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez on my Kindle. And I started it. I'm literally looking at my story graph. If you guys want to follow me also, hold on, let me quickly shameless plug right there. Also, I think I linked my story graph in the description. If I don't, I will. But anyways, yeah, so I started reading Yours Truly on April 16th and it is currently April 19th and I want to say I'm about 50% into the book. Okay, so I'm 65% into the book, so a little bit past the halfway mark. I have been reading this book, I kid you guys, nonstop. The best thing, I will say this till forever, the best thing Spotify ever did was add audiobooks on to their platform. I found the audiobook on Spotify and I have been listening to it nonstop. Right now, since I'm on chapter 30, but it's because I've been reading it myself. This was not something that I thought I was gonna like. I don't know why. I love fake dating and that's what this book is. It's fake dating. So I don't know why I didn't think I was gonna like it. I had like seen the cover kind of around, but hadn't picked it up and read it. I kind of think this is gonna be a 5-star read for me because I'm just loving this so much. But I was looking up Abby Jimenez, just looking her up on Spotify, and the first thing that popped up is Just for Summer on audiobook. So in this video, I'm going to be finishing Yours Truly, and then I'm going to be reading Just for the Summer, listening to Just for the Summer on the audiobook. I'm hoping that this is, it's narrated. Okay, it's narrated by Christine Lakin and Zachary Weber. I wonder if they are, Zachary Weber is, he did the audiobook for Yours Truly. So that's cool. It'll be the same male voice, but a different female voice, which I can get behind. I've been blabbing for a minute, but I want to talk about Yours Truly. This is your warning right now to click off this video if you don't want spoilers, because I will be talking about the book, and I will be talking about Just for the Summer. So, in Yours Truly, let me actually read you guys the synopsis if you don't know what this book is about. Dr. Brianna Ortiz's life is seriously flatlining. Her divorce is just about finalized. Her brother's running out of time to find a kidney donor. And that one promotion she wants, that's probably going to the new man doctor who's already registering 80 freaking 7 on Brianna's pain in the ass scale. But just when all systems are set to hate, Dr. Jacob Maddox completely flips the game by sending Brianna a letter. And it's a really good letter, like the kind that proves that Jacob isn't actually Satan. Worse, he might be this fantastically funny and subversively likable men who's terrible at first impressions because suddenly he and Bree are exchanging letters, sharing lunch dates in her sob closet, and discussing the metrics of freakishly tiny horses. But Jacob decides to give Brianna the best gift imaginable, a kidney for her brother. She wonders just how she can resist this quietly sexy new doctor, especially when he calls in a favor she can't. So I went into this book completely blind. I was trusting the TikTok that I saw. I was trusting her to steer me the right way. I was like, I don't want to read a snippet at all of the synopsis, and I'm glad that I didn't, because that would have all been spoiled for me at the beginning of the book, and I genuinely was surprised. And I'm also going to do the same thing with Just for the Summer. I'm just going to dive into the audiobook, not reading the synopsis. I just want to go in completely blind. I want to be completely surprised. Let's get into it. Me and my friend are at a Barnes. It's buy one get one 50. I can't. But this right here is so good. So good. So good. I want to see if we can find Just for the Summer. And then I'm going to chill and do some reading. Literally right here. Right here. Look at how beautiful that cover is. Alright guys, I'm here to update, and boy, have we taken a turn in this book. And I honestly think that this turn that we've taken is gonna drop me from making this book 5 stars to 4 stars, because let me just get into it. So I'm on chapter 44. I'm almost at the end. I think I have how many chapters left? Hold on, let me put the brightness down on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 chapters and an epilogue left. And I feel like we're gonna have one of the latest third act, even if you can call it third act, this is practically the end. Third act breakup. What the fuck? Literally, when I was reading it, I thought I was being lied to. Like, I kept scrolling pages and I kept reading it, and I was like, no, I think this is actually happening. So let me backtrack. So since I've started reading, I don't even know what I updated you guys on last time, but since I've started reading, we're practically at the end. Why am I blanking? Brianna and Jacob made their relationship official. We flash forward. It's the wedding time, so it's wedding day. They're having a cute moment. They had a good time at the wedding. Afterwards, they went back to the hotel. They were going to have their little sexy time. And I think they had just gotten out of the elevator to the floor, or they were getting into the elevator. And they ran into Brianna's ex-husband, Nick, and her ex-best friend, Kelly, I think was her name. What the fuck was her name, actually? Yeah, Kelly. She had ran into her ex-best friend, Kelly, and her ex-husband, Nick. And as we know, Nick cheated on Brianna with Kelly, and that's why they broke up. So this is her first time seeing them since that whole situation. Since she had called off the relationship and everything, and obviously the friendship. And just from that quick little 2 seconds of seeing them, they're married. They both had wedding rings. And Kelly's pregnant. So it was like a real, like, stuck in the moment type of thing that happened. She, like, understandable. It's a lot to take in. And she threw up on Jacob. So whatever. That happens, right? We go into chapter 44. And she's telling Jacob, she's like, I'm moving out. Hold on, look at literally right here. She says, I'm going home. He says, okay, I'll go with you. No, All right, well, when will you be back? I'm never going to live with you, Jacob. I'm never going to live with you, and I'm never going to marry you. If you want that, find someone else. Where the is this coming from? Because I'm sorry, she has, is her name Brianna or is it Bianca? Whatever the fuck. She has no room to stand on nothing. You guys just came from a wedding where Jacob's brother married his ex-girlfriend. Okay, mind you, his brother married his ex-girlfriend and they're having a child. You just came from that wedding, and I understand you're seeing your ex-husband and your ex-best friend. You're gonna break off your relationship right now for these people that don't even give a flying about you. What? I feel like I'm being played a fool. Like, I feel like I need to keep reading because it's just gonna be like a crazy nightmare. But I'm so like heated. It's crazy. Like, I read this when I was at my job. I turned it off. Started a new book. But I'm gonna finish this book right now because I am about 88% into it. Between now and tomorrow, this book's gonna be done. This is, I'm sorry, Abby Jimenez. Love you. Love this book. I can't give it a 5 stars after this. There, in my opinion, was no need for a third act breakup, especially because there's only 4 chapters left. Yeah, because there's only 4 chapters left, there was no need. We could have spent those last 4 chapters them starting to move on with their lives, develop a life, and we could end it. I think the reason why I was getting in such a big book slump with a lot of my books is because I read pretty much solely romance books. And one thing that was coming to my mind when I was reading this is that all these books have third act breakups. Like, there's, I think maybe one book that I read where there wasn't a third act breakup, and the whole time I was standing on pins and needles just waiting for something to happen. And I think we need to start normalizing not having a third act breakup. Not every book needs a third act breakup. That's my little rant. I'm mad. I'm gonna keep reading. I have to fold this laundry. I don't know if you could even see it, but I literally cannot do anything until we finish this book. So that's what we're gonna do. Because literally, like, to the point where I was reading in the shower. So I am now 94% into the book. I don't even know if you can see it down there. I have the tiniest bit left, so let's just finish this book. It says, "How are you feeling?" I asked, forcing conversation. "Are you nervous?" He held my gaze. "I'm not scared of what's gonna happen in there. I'm scared you won't be there when I come out." Shut up. Listen to this. "He was worried about me and the pregnancy, and he said he'd love me and be with me no matter what. He Googled cribs and strollers and a body pillow for me, and he'd ordered lollipops on Amazon that were supposed to help with nausea. It made me laugh, cry. He was excited. He wanted to take care of me." I love this man. I don't want kids myself. I don't want kids. But if I were to have kids, this is the type of man that I would want. Literally listening to this album and reading this. Shut up. I need to read y'all the letter. "Dearest Brianna, I know you're scared. You have every right to be. But someday, decades from now, when our grandchildren are grown and our hair is gray and we spent a lifetime being harmless to each other, you're going to find this letter, yellowed and wrinkled, forgotten in a shoebox. You'll read it and you'll remember how frightened and unsure you were once, how afraid you were to give yourself to someone, how hard it was to trust again, and you'll smile, because I'll still be there, and we will still be in love. Yours truly, Jacob. Yeah. This might bring this book back up to a 5 for me. I think this might be a 5-star read, guys. Last chapter. Let's go. Alright, you guys. I finished. That's definitely going to be 5 stars. But tomorrow, I'll give you guys my proper thoughts. Alrighty, let's talk. So, I'm not going to hold up my book because, yeah. So, I'm just going to put up a picture. Last time y'all saw me, I was hyped up. No, actually, that's a lie. I was hyped up last time I talked to you guys. But, like, when I was reading, I got really emotional and whatever. I've since then calmed down. And looking back on those last couple chapters and where I said I wasn't going to give it 5 stars anymore, I take back those words. I'm eating my words right now. And I am going to tell you guys, I did make that book 5 stars. It was a phenomenal book. I thought that my fault for jumping to conclusions. I thought that she was gonna have a third act breakup, and then he was gonna, in those last 4 chapters, like, have to pine after her, and they were gonna get back together, and it was just gonna feel like for nothing. But now, looking back on it and, like, reading the story, I had totally forgot that Brianna had gone through miscarriages when she was in that marriage with Nick. So her finding out she was pregnant right as her and Jacob were starting to get serious, right as she saw Nick and Kelly, and then her immediately, like, breaking it off was such a trauma response. And, like, now getting through all those chapters, I'm not mad at it. I'm actually glad we had it. Yeah. But so the book was 5 stars. It was a fantastic book. It was funny. It was quick. I checked when I had started it week a week to the day I had started the book. I started it on the 16th and I finished it on the 22nd. So almost a week to the day. Today's a week to the day since I started that book. And it's been a long time since I've read a book that quickly. And the story was good. It had me intrigued. Obviously, I was really feeling it with how mad I got. So I had to give that book 5 stars. It was phenomenal. Right now, I'm going to give it a little bit before I jump into Just for the Summer. I don't have the physical book, and I'm debating if I want to buy it on my Kindle. I don't think I'm going to, only because, like, if I don't like the book, I don't want to have spent my money on it, and then it be stuck on my Kindle, and I'm not even going to like the book. So I will be starting the audiobook. I think, what's today? Today's Tuesday. I think maybe I'll start it tomorrow. Reading the audiobook is going to be different. I'm not going to be able to, like, give you guys B-roll of me reading because I'm just going to be listening to this. But I am going to be checking in a whole lot more when I start this book. So be ready for that. Alrighty, I will see you guys when I start Just for the Summer. Hi guys.
Slow down, hold on.
Hachette Audio presents.
Alright, you guys, I did a thing. I did a thing for this video that I had not planned on doing for the rest of this entire year. I did a thing. It is currently June 5th, Wednesday, June 5th. You're not gonna be able to see that. It's Wednesday, June 5th, and I have officially broke my book buying ban. Yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore, guys. So, speaking about this book right here, because this is the book that I'm doing for this half of the video. So, at this grocery store I go to called BJ's, I don't know if there's BJ's like internationally or what, but it's kind of like a Costco. They have books there, and I always like to look in their book section because they always have books for so much cheaper. $12.49 is how much I paid for this book, when the original price back here is $17.99. So in my book, that's a steal. And I can finally finish this video because honestly doing just the audiobook was losing me. So, yes. I don't know if I'll ever read this book, but if I decide to, I now have the option to, and I can, and it was also $12.49. So, yeah, the original price is $18. So, yeah. That's that on that. But I'm going to read this. And I can't wait to give you guys more updates now.
It's okay to meet me at the front line. I've got cold feet, winter drives me wild. I can't fly down on the Friday. I was meant to meet you at your mom's house, so
Hi guys, so I'm editing this video and I realized I never gave you the synopsis on this book. So, here it is. When it comes to love, Emma is cursed. Every guy she dates finds his true love after they break up. But it turns out she's not the only one afflicted with this condition. His name is Justin, and his Reddit thread about being love's good luck charm has gone viral. Now the two have come up with an ingenious plan. If they date each other, their curse will cancel out and they'll go on to find their soulmates. Only Justin wasn't supposed to be so unbelievably cute and hilarious. But when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his 3 siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings. Has fate finally brought the perfect pair together, or will their cure be way more hazardous than the curse itself? So, that's the synopsis of the book. Back to my thoughts. Hi guys, so I'm here to give an update on, I am on page 134, chapter 14, and I don't know what I last updated about this book. So, Emma, I wish I would have watched my video back actually. Emma and her friend, I want to say Maddie, but I'm blanking on the name right now. They decided to detour Hawaii for 6 weeks and stop in Minnesota so she gets to spend time with Justin. And on their first date, her mom popped up out of nowhere. And now she's back in town. And she's staying with their landlord, surgeon guy. And, like, it seems like the mom's gonna, like, screw everything up for her. Anyways, this girl, I love Emma. She's funny, she's smart, but when it comes to her mom, she very much has that inner child in her that just doesn't want to believe that her mom could be a bad person. And I mean, I don't blame her. Like, you never want to believe that your parent can be a bad person, but with as much as her mom has failed her in growing up and the stuff that she's done, you would kind of think that she would kind of start to notice some patterns or not really believe her when she says she's like here for the best. And that's what's happening right now. Like, she came to tell her mom, like, you have to leave him alone. Like, you're gonna mess this up and it's gonna blow back on us, because not only is he our landlord, but we're working under him for the next 6 weeks. And you have a track record of blowing stuff up after 1 week. But her mom was just spewing about how, like, Neil is the man's name. Neil needs her. And she bought him these flowers to go around the house. And she's painting a mural and da-da-da-da. And she's like, this is my mom. Like, this is who I love. This is the person that I had growing up. And it's kind of frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully her mom doesn't fuck it up in the next 6 weeks. We'll see what happens. I want to talk a bit about Just for the Summer. I am 222 pages in. I will say this is a little... No, I would say this is like the middle. Yeah, I would say the middle of the book. And honestly, I'm going to be 100% with y'all. I'm not really feeling this one as much as I was feeling Yours Truly. Like, already at this point in Yours Truly, I was obsessed. I couldn't put the book down. I was reading it every second, every minute of the day. With this book, I'm not getting that same exact feeling. I think it's a really good book, but I don't have that, like, 5-star, like, I want to read this, like, this needs to be in my hand at all times. It's like, okay, I should probably read this, or I have a video I have to finish, so I should probably read some more. I don't know. Like, especially 200 pages into the book, like, we were already, I want to say, like, deep into the fake dating. Like, I could just feel the chemistry, and I can feel the chemistry with them, but it feels more like Justin, our male main character. Hello? Our male main character. I feel like he is the one that fell harder, and like I can really feel it from him, like he really likes her, whereas with Emma, she is not giving me that same feeling. I understand that she is being very guarded because of past reasons, and she explains it, but she could, although she is being super guarded, I do think that she could still, like, I just feel like it's not there with her as much as it is with him, if that makes sense. I'm just not really feeling like this is a 5-star book for me. Yeah, I think I kind of have the rating in my head, but I still have the other half of the book left to go. So I don't want to say it yet, because as we all know, with Yours Truly, I, towards the end, brought it down to a 4, and then it skyrocketed back up to a 5 for me, because I was like, wow, it did that. We'll see. Hi guys, it's been a minute. Don't mind how crazy I look. I just got off of work, and I have my mic on because my AC is currently going. But it is currently Thursday, June 27th, and I have come in here to tell y'all I've decided to DNF this book. Yesterday I went on a day trip to Boston, and I brought this book with me. And back when I was reading Before I Let Go, which was just a couple of days ago, I decided to put this book on hold just to finish it, because I only had a little bit of Before I Let Go left. And then once I finished it, I tried to get back into this book. Multiple times I have put this book down. I'm going to just put a picture of the book up. Multiple times I have put this book down, tried to pick it back up, tried to keep reading, but it's truly losing me. I try not to DNF books that I bought, especially because I broke my book buying ban for this. But I get stuck in a crossroads with, I don't want to force myself into finishing books that I don't want to read, because then I'm going to get into a reading slump. But I also don't want that sense of unaccomplishment when I don't finish a book. But I've just decided that I am just going to DNF the book. I DNF'd around 257. So honestly, like, close to the end. I think I had about 200 pages left or something. But I truly couldn't do it anymore. And I don't want to bash this book, because I truly do love Yours Truly. I haven't had the chance to read other Abby Jimenez books, and I don't know if I'm not saying that this is like gonna stop me from reading some of her books. It's just I want to read the like synopsis of her other books and see what I like, what I'm not gonna like. I'm very particular about the books that I like. But anyways, yeah, I've decided to DNF it. I think what was doing it for me was it just felt like, I mean, obviously, like, this happens in a lot of romance books where, like, they both like each other, but they won't get together. And that was what was happening with this book. And they said that they liked each other from I want to say around 100 pages. And, why am I blanking on his name? Justin had asked Emma to stay, and she said no. And that happened, and all their interactions after that was still her being like, I like him, I want to date him, I want to stay with him, but I don't do commitment. And I don't know if it was just me personally, but I feel like Justin liked Emma more than Emma liked Justin. I just wasn't feeling it from Emma's side as much as I was feeling it for Justin's side. And, like, there's a lot of good quotable things in here. I highlighted, I underlined, but I just couldn't do it anymore, especially because this book is around 400 pages. And I can only take so much, y'all. I can only take so much of the pushing and pulling before I have to call it quits. And like I said, I had about 200 pages left to go, and I just couldn't do 200 more pages of them going back and forth about wanting to be together, but not. Yeah. So with that being said, this video has come to an end. I have found 1 5-star in this video, and I DNF'd 1 book. But we move on. I had a really good time filming this video. I hope to do something like this again pretty soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.